Hello everybody, my name is Dominic.
And I'm Shauna.
And we're with Mallard CrossFit and we have a 30-day challenge for you. What is our 30-day challenge about?
Our 30-day challenge is about feeling better and a lifestyle shift to more energy, knowing what's going in your body, what you're doing. It's going to be awesome. What do you think it's about?
I like feeling better. So what do I think it's about? Well, all the things we're going to talk to you guys about today, and this is going to be a short little video, are things that are going to help you have more energy, feel better, wake up with more energy, and I don't know, just enjoy being alive, I think more. I mean, that's one way to put it, right?
And look like that.
Get yoked. You're going to get ripped. What are all the keywords?
Nope. And you guys have been talking about it. We've all been talking about it in all of our classes at Mallard CrossFit. Everybody wants to do this, and everybody's in. We're super stoked.
That's right. So one of the things we wanted to make sure was clear on this is everybody asks us, what do you do for nutrition? What do you do for diet? Blah, blah. This isn't a diet, and we don't like diets. I think diets
suck.
Boring, kind of tedious, and they're hard to stick with. So we're not giving you a diet. We are helping you make, like she was saying, a lifestyle shift, a change, and look at things differently. So tell us a little bit more about that. How are we doing that?
Okay. So we're not asking you to change what you do as far as being able to go to the grocery store. We're asking you to look at foods a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. So the only thing we're doing in the requirement is regards to food is putting in your body 800 grams of fruit and vegetables. What does that look like? This right here is 800 grams. This would be one day.
So you're saying in one day to satisfy one of the needs of this challenge, all you have to do is eat that.
That's all you have to do is eat that or something that weighs or look like that. It has to be a fruit, it has to be a vegetable, and it should be a variety. You can do it at any time of the day, any meal of the day, and any way you want in the day.
That doesn't seem too difficult.
It really isn't that difficult.
No, the lettuce looks the biggest because it's just poofy and lightweight, but really this looks like a very easy thing to do.
It is, and if you can imagine the lettuce laying out and everything else pretty much on top of it, you've got one meal, you're done.
Okay, so before we break into the nutrition side of it a little bit, what are the factors of this challenge? Like how do we know if we're doing good or not on this challenge?
Okay, so very simple. There's an app for you that will be loaded when you get the email. Mm-hmm. And when you have that, it will have a selection of these particular three things. It will have the 800 grams. It will have our second factor of the challenge. It will have 45 minutes of continuous activity. We'll break that down in a little bit. And then 7 hours of sleep. Each time you complete one of those things in your day, you get a point. There'll be a fourth one. We'll go over the choice in a little bit, but it'll be of your choice. We took a poll in the gym. We got a whole bunch of people. We had over 45 answers, and we took the majority of those answers and combined it to 8. Of those 8, you get to pick one. It's your choice, and you may change it once during that month. Otherwise, you're going to do that every day of the month to try to get that point.
Cool, and we're going to be breaking all of these people, members, whoever's in this challenge, into teams. And each of the coaches in the gym is going to be the leader of a team. So if you're on my team, we're going to kick butt, okay? We're going to beat her.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys just go ahead and win. At the end of this thing, we're going to have more energy and be leaner than him.
Okay. We'll see about that. So anyways, tell us about this 800 grams because I want to make this really simple for people. I want to make it so people are aware of what they're putting in their bodies and how to slowly shift that.
All right, so if you're not in the kitchen all the time and you want to be able to get this challenge in and you want to be able to get it in and break it up throughout the day, show me one of your breakfasts that you make. I mean, these shakes are amazing that you make every day.
You know, it's funny because she asked me earlier, like, hey, if you had to eat all this stuff together and just get it done, how would you do it? And I told her, I just put it in a freaking blender and just shove it down because that would be the easiest thing for me because a lot of times I don't have a ton of time in the day, just like a lot of you don't have a ton of time in the day. So anyways, every morning after I work out, I make a shake. It incorporates these items, and this is pretty cool. There's some mixed nuts here, unsalted because I don't want to have to drink 10 gallons of water a day. I've got some veggies. I suggest if you are making a shake, freeze your veggies, freeze the berries, whatever you're putting in it because they're a lot better cold. If you have a warm shake, it's not as enjoyable. Got some mixed berries. And then of course, I've got the protein powder. So for my powder, I've got some generic whey protein in there. I've got a little bit of a blend of ground up veggies. Kind of smells like fish food, but is really good for you. And I've got a scoop of, that's dynamic. We've got a scoop of peanut butter powder in there. So for me, this is phenomenal. I fill this up with some almond milk, and this is a drink I have every morning. It works really well. It actually tastes really good. So that's my way of satisfying my morning. But that is actually only getting me about a quarter of the way through this challenge. So I make sure I always have some bananas with me. If you come to the gym, if you ride with me in my car, usually you see a bundle or a bushel, whatever they call it, bananas. You'll see them back in the corner by the fridge here at the gym. You'll see them on my countertop at home. You'll see them on my front seat in my car. And I always have them available so I can easily grab something, especially before a workout. It's a nice boost in energy. Good way to get some sugars with some fibers without taking in something that's not that great for you.
And so now he's got, right there, that's 400, he's halfway.
Halfway, bam.
Boom, done.
Easy. Yeah, those berries look really good. Can I eat one of these?
Yeah, you can eat one of those.
All right, so tell us, what's next? So we've got our 800 grams of fruit and of veggies. You can break them up any way. What's our next item on here?
Our next item on here is 7 hours of sleep. That means 7 hours of sleep sometime during the day. We know you guys have kids. We know you guys have jobs. We know you guys have lives. But sleep...
And way more so now that kind of COVID's out there, right?
Oh my
Things
gosh.
are a little bit different. So
Sleep is so vital for all of your stuff to relax, your mind, your muscles. Everything in your body has got to go into sleep at least 2 to 3 times in solid REM during the night, or you're not going to get the value from your sleep. It is just so vital to get a reset, and you deserve that reset every day. We work hard in here. You work hard out there. You got stuff coming on in your lives. You got your kids. It's super, super important.
this is something Shauna always challenges me at because I usually don't get 7 hours of sleep. So this challenge will be good for me to help improve my sleeping habits.
Absolutely.
What's next on our list?
Our last requirement is just 45 minutes of activity. What is that? What's continuous activity throughout the day?
Well, my answer, of course, is going to be like, come to this place. We'll take care of your 45 minutes of activity in a safe, efficient, and really effective manner.
That's
but
right.
what else? What other things can we do for 45 minutes?
Go mow your lawn.
More lawn.
Mow your lawn. Run.
Not the riding lawnmower.
That's
no
right.
ideas.
That's
no
right.
cheating.
That's right. Run with the kids. Go out. Go hiking. Take the dog for a 45-minute walk. I mean, escape for 45 minutes. It's. I mean, it's great. It's great for the mental. It's great for your body.
And when she says continuous, we're not saying you're killing yourself on this, but if you're doing a hike, we want you to hike for at least 45 minutes. We don't want you to like hike 10, 15 minutes, relax, blah, 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 and then, no. Start, finish, 45 minutes.
Right. It's super important for the engine that works in here.
Okay, so last thing, you'll get to pick one of these next items we're going to tell you about, and you'll get to pick that for your challenge. That's an item you pick at the beginning of the challenge, and you stick with that item throughout the challenge. So tell us, what are our options?
Okay, so of the 8 that you get to pick from, so the first one that was requested by a lot of people.
That's right.
is-
These items were all every class for one day.
Yep.
We asked members what they thought would be a good thing to improve their life, improve
Yep.
their nutrition, something like that.
Yep, this came from you. No alcohol today.
So what that means is if you choose this item at the beginning of your challenge, you cannot have alcohol that day to get a point for that day. Okay? So.
Okay, done. Done.
It's like, well, is this so? Okay.
Okay.
Hey, next item.
Next item. This is something that we all need to work on as athletes anyways, is to get more protein in our body. So we threw this in there. This one is going to be another kind of a counting type thing. If this is too difficult, that's fine. Don't choose it. But 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein per day. That's whole food proteins, meats, fish, chicken, whatever.
Whey,
that's whey protein
nuts.
powder. That's you got natural protein powders. You do that way in a grass-fed way. You can put nuts and seeds are huge. Remember, they're super, super high in calories. Don't get too carried away on the nuts and seeds. But just get 1 gram per pound of body weight.
And this is a very generic suggestion for 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you want to get this dialed in a little bit more and you're very curious about it, let us know. We can help you because there's even more specific ratios we can use for actual lean muscle mass and stuff. So let us know. We can count all that in for you. Next one. What do we got?
Absolutely. 15 minutes of solo personal fulfillment. What is that?
We talked about this for a long time to kind of come up with some sort of guidelines. I think a lot of people, very spiritual. You can meditate. You can just go for a walk and be quiet. No music. Maybe, I don't know, maybe for some people it might be music, but it's something that you do by yourself for 15 minutes that kind of helps you re-energize, detox from the life. I mean, no phones, no, things like that. What are your suggestions on that?
Same thing. We're looking for a reset. Maybe reading by yourself. Maybe getting some time, not staring at a screen. And that doesn't mean 15 minutes of Facebook either. What it means is time to let your mind reset. If your mind resets, that's another way that your body operates correctly, is when your mind is not stressed out. So it's super, super important. It's a great one to choose, you guys.
Yep. Next.
Next is water. So this is going to sound pretty easy for some of us, and we have a couple members here that bring a 4-liter jug in with them to when they work out. So 1 to 2 liters of water that day.
It's a very good suggestion.
Very good suggestion.
One way to easily do this, or easier way to do it, is if you look on Amazon, they've got those gallon jugs that have little motivational suggestions throughout the day as you drink more water. So you fill it up in the morning, and then throughout your day, you just slowly make your way through it, and by the end of the day, you should be done. So again, everybody's gonna have a little bit different water requirements, but a general one is 1 to 2 liters a day. So if you can track that and be consistent with it, that'd be a great way to get an easy point of the challenge and build a good habit while you're doing it.
Another easy, cheap way is to buy the Aquafina water bottles, the 1 liters. Put 2 of them in your vehicle. Drink them that day. The next day, bring them in the house and consciously fill them up and know, I did this today. That works really well.
Okay, what's next?
The next one is no added sugar on any of the labels of the foods that you eat. Okay? So on each of these foods, we've got labels, and there are sugars in this whey protein powder, but there are no added sugars in this protein powder. There's a big difference between added sugar and natural sugar. This is good. That added sugar is bad. Some of the stuff that is easy to eat, these RX bars, we've got these at the gym, almond butter, all this kind of stuff, 0 added sugar.
Yeah, these almond butter things, or nut butters, are amazing. Second point on that is, if you look, like chocolate milk, I don't know, for some reason, chocolate milk is the one that always stands out to me, is there's typically 2 different types of chocolate milk, and the one is harder to find. Most chocolate milk has a ton of added sugar, and I don't know why, because if you find chocolate milk that has no added sugar, it's incredible. I don't feel like it actually needs anything else. So anyways, just kind of pay attention to that. What do we have next?
Okay, the next one is no cheat meal today. And that's ambiguous for a reason. Yeah. Because for some of you, going out and having Burger King every day is what you do every day. Okay, great. Burger King's not a cheat meal for you. However, eating a whole large pizza, that is a cheat meal for you. No cheat meal for you. It's your style of what you believe you shouldn't be eating that day. As you shift through this challenge, I promise you that cheat meal is going to change as to what you determine as a cheat meal and what you determine as an okay meal.
And by doing the 800 grams a day of fruits and veggies, you're going to become more conscious of what you're putting in your body. And your definition of a cheat meal at the beginning of this, like Sean was saying, is probably going to be different by the end of this challenge, because again, you're gaining more knowledge, you're gaining better habits. And and it's okay to adjust that cheat meal, as long as, of course, the cheat meal's getting more, obviously, optimum for having less sugars, less bad stuff for you. Yep.
Right. And if that changes, if that specific line item changes by the end of this challenge, you have been victorious, because that's what this is all about. Okay.
Last one.
Two more. Two more. The next one is no snacks between meals. That's really obvious. Is this a snack between meals? If you determine it is, great. Then you better eat it with your dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever, because you're gonna have to get your fruit and vegetables in.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize how many calories, or carbs more specifically, they're taking in during a snack between meals. And so if we just become more conscious about thinking about that, so if that's your item, is you're about to go for that snack, like, oh, wait a minute, and so that might not necessarily be the right thing for you, but if it is, go for it.
Right. We had a lot of requests for that one, however, because there's a lot of people who don't eat 2 or 3 meals a day. They snack all day instead, and they don't want to do that anymore.
Yep.
The very last one is going to help in the sleep fulfillment part, and it is no screen time 30 minutes before bed.
So hopefully you're not watching this right before you go to bed. But yeah, so what we're talking about is computers, laptops, TVs, phones, tablets. We don't want you on a digital device half an hour before you go to sleep. And again, you're not doing all of these every day. You're picking one of these optional items. But this one, to help you go to sleep, it's gonna naturally help your body get more prepared for sleep if you're not on your phone or on TV or on a computer right before you go to bed.
Yep. Okay.
Anything else on these challenges?
So that is the 4 points. The additional point is for everyone that you particularly invite and enters into the challenge.
So Shauna already gets a point because she got me to sign up this morning. So she starts a challenge with an additional point.
Actually, I don't, because he's a member of our gym. All the members of our gym must join.
Oh, see, she just covered that loophole.
Join.
There. So
that's right.
Anyways, we want to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. Ask us whatever questions you have about this. We're excited for this challenge. I think it's going to be phenomenal for you. And I think you're going to love the fact that it's actually very, very easy to do.
Absolutely. And we will have a Facebook group page. It's already built. When you register, we'll get you a link out to the group. We'll get you in, and that'll be our chance to talk about it.
Yep. And we're ready, and we're rocking. We're excited for you guys to get doing this. And anything else?
Absolutely not. Get signed up.
See ya.
Get done.